because I always forget. All right. So welcome to the show. We have, and I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. It's Luba, right? Is that correct?
Luba.
Okay. Luba. I love that name. It's so cute.
Thank you.
Luba Carlson. Today is our guest on the Get Shit Done show. And you are the Wonder Closet Warrior. You are a productivity queen for busy mama business owners. So I'm super excited to have you because I know our audience is just going to soak up some of the awesome tips that you are going to share with us. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's a quick 30 minutes. It's really casual. We're just going to chat about really how you get shit done in the day and some of the tips that you share with your clients and how you work with them. So, let's just jump right in. Let me give you a quick introduction so everybody knows the formal you. You are a homeschooling, work-at-home mom to 2 boys and a wife to another. I love that because I call my fiance one of my children. You are a 6-foot-tall redhead, a big fan of Star Trek, Fringe, and the BBC Sherlock Holmes, which I love that show too. Between schooling your kids, running the household, keeping your 2 cats, your dog happy, making sure you hit the park, you have a business that you run in between all of that. Yeah. You were a teacher, a youth coordinator, and then you became a teacher again. You owned a daycare business for several years. You were a professional organizer. You know exactly what it means to be busy and have this chaotic, overwhelming feeling to life. I have a feeling you just know.
You know.
Yeah. So now you're taking all of this experience, you're teaching, working with the youth, having a daycare, being a professional organizer. And so now you've really turned this into a business, helping other women become more productive, which I think is just absolutely awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the systems that you help teach these busy mamas put into place.
Well, the first system that I teach everybody is that you're going to need a lot of coffee. Be real, right?
Yeah.
But realistically, for real, right? And jokes aside, the very, very first thing that should be coming into your day is your self-care. Because, your body is a system. And I really like to tell people that compare your body to your car. If you want your car to run smoothly, if you want it to perform on a top-notch level, you are going to take care of your car.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to fill it up with gas. You're going to take it to the mechanic. You're going to make sure you have air in the tires. The question is, if you want your brain, your heart, your full system work to the fullest and be productive, why not put what needs to be put into your system? It includes your rest. It includes your self-care. It includes your even the way you look at yourself and how you appreciate yourself. And that at the end of the day, you go to bed and you think, I have succeeded. I did X, Y, and Z. My kids survived the day. My husband is fed. My cats didn't bring a rat inside.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So, I hear this a lot from coaches, but I think it's something that some women could probably hear this every day and it's still not enough. Why do you think that, we kind of have this need to put everybody before taking care of ourselves?
I think a lot of it comes from our heritage. A lot of it comes from a woman from the 19th century that who didn't have anything else except for her household to take care of. And when you have let's say a farmer husband and you have 15 kids and you have workers at the farm, pretty much all you do is you run your household, you make sure there is breakfast, lunch, dinner served. And, this is your job.
Yeah.
But then as it evolved, we started taking more and more upon ourselves, never letting go of other things.
Yeah. I think women have a tendency to, carry all of the weight on their shoulders. They feel like we have to get it done every day, all day long. And it's it really, using the car as an analogy is perfect, because it really is. Your car is only going to take you so far if you take care of it. If you don't put gas in it, guess what? You're running out of gas. Same thing with your body. If you don't take care of your body, you're going to run out of gas.
Yes.
And I think that's huge. And I think that's a great first step for women to realize, before you can take care of the world, you have to make sure that you're in kind of prime fighting condition to take on the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think when women hear self-care, they automatically think, oh, I got to go get a massage, or it's time for a pedicure. What are some other ways that we can incorporate sort of this thought of self-care into our daily routines?
Well, I usually suggest people to look at their schedules before even they look into spas and manicures and pedicures. Actually, I call that me time versus self-care. Self-care is more like putting away that dental visit. You think, I got to get my teeth clean. I can do this next week, or I can do this next month. Let me see what's on my calendar. My husband comes first, my kids come first, my dogs come first. When do I come? Oh, maybe next year?
Yeah.
Maybe, and then me time, that is the time when you can use those little bits of time that you have. Like, you can have 10 minutes to read a book. You can get a warm bath.
Yeah.
That's your me time, something that you do just for yourself, for your own sake.
Yeah, that's really big. And I like the way that you put that, the me time versus self-care, because me time is important, but I think that's how women really incorporate that, I don't have time for self-care. I don't have time to go get my nails done. I don't have time for a massage. But if you look at it from a point of, okay, that's your me time. What are you doing to take care of yourself? I think that's huge. I love that. So how do you help women kind of, create this system and start getting themselves more organized so they can get more done during the day?
Well, before you start creating a system, you need to look at the system that's already not working. And you need to ask yourself what is not working and why is it not working.
Yeah.
And then after that, you need to look into what is already working, because something is working, because you still have meals on the table, your kids wear clean clothes, all of that. So when you can compare and see one against the other, you can decide that, okay, so this one I'm keeping, this one needs to be worked on. And then you need to start asking yourself questions like, why? Why do I have piles of laundry? Do I have piles of laundry because I'm lazy?
Right.
Do I have piles of laundry because I've been having PMS for the last 3 days and I just cannot stand up straight? Yeah. I mean, it's real. We're women. That happens.
Yeah.
I got piles of laundry because my kid had troubles at school and we need to focus on homework, and I just cannot step away to get this done. Or do I have piles of laundry because I just don't want to deal with it right now?
Yeah. So, what I'm hearing you saying is it's okay that there's piles of laundry if you've had to shift your focus. Yeah. I think, when women hear, oh, I was so productive today, I think some women translate that into, you got the laundry done, you got meals on the table, you ran your business. And sometimes being productive means that you were focused at the task at hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about, some of the things that, some of the time wasters and some of the things that maybe aren't getting you productive. What are some of the things that you see, your clients and women in general kind of, stuff that they can get rid of? Like, you talked about examining what's working and what's not working. What is some of that stuff that they should be looking for?
Mostly, you should be looking for the things that you want to get done. What we have, what I notice, let's say, working with my clients, is that they do not have a goal in mind. They do not know where they want to be 5 years from now. They don't know where they want to be next year. They don't know what they want to be doing next week.
Yeah.
And when you do not have this big vision, you pretty much grab onto every hot iron you see, and you keep juggling and juggling and juggling, and like nothing ever gets done.
Yeah.
When you know your goal, you know your direction. You do not go, if you don't know your direction and you keep digging on something, right? So you go head down, dig, 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 head up. Oh, wrong way, turn, head down, dig, 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 dig. Oh, wrong way, head down. And you just keep doing this, and it doesn't bring any results that you're so looking for. Am I answering your question? Is it?
Yeah. You know what? And that makes a lot of sense, because it's, like you said, you feel like you're going in the wrong direction because you haven't determined what the right direction is.
That's right. You would not go to the airport with your credit card and your suitcase and say, give me a ticket to wherever. Yeah. You need to know your destination.
Yeah. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. That's a golden ticket right there. You need to know your destination in life and in business.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And I think a lot of women, work at home moms in general, kind of, they have a tendency to put their business after everything else when life starts to get a little hectic. Mm-hmm. How can they make sure that their business is still getting the attention they need and their house is still getting the attention they need? I think we hear a lot about this magical word balance, which, sometimes I hate the word balance because I think it's different for everybody. How do you kind of maintain that level of not constantly feeling like you have to be switching hats, or you have to be working on something? How do you kind of get over that hurried feeling all the time?
That's a great question. And this is something that I hear a lot also coming from women that I work with, is that they tell me, when I work on my business and I'm not with my kids, I get a lot of mommy guilt. But then when I get into my family and I spend time there, I get a lot of this nagging feeling in my back that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not growing your business. You're not making profit. And with that, what I suggest we do is, when you look at your business and you have your goals defined, break those goals up into weekly steps. And then decide which 3 steps would bring the most impact for your business. The 3 steps that would be most money-making steps for you, right? Let's say, I don't know, writing, like being engaged on Facebook, right? If you advertise on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, being engaged on Facebook would be a money-making activity because eventually it would bring you clients, right? But spending 2 hours writing yet another version of your homepage for your website, it's not gonna, make such a great difference. So you're wasting your time. And as long as you're having the 3 goal, by the end of the week, you can see that, I have completed my 3 goals. So
I think that's huge too. And that's one of the things that I teach my clients as well, is the power of the number of 3 is huge when it comes to goal setting, because I think, and this is something that I actually learned from Tony Robbins. We create these giant to-do lists, and we don't even get halfway done because we get so overwhelmed, and it never feels like we're going to get to the end of our to-do list. So instead, become a little bit more project-based and pick the 3 tasks that you can do that will get you closer to the end, either to your goal or to your project, that kind of thing. So I think that's huge. And then, if you get to the end of the 3 projects and you still have time to do more, then it's kind of like, then you get to celebrate. Like, I had time to do 4 things today instead of just 3. So it becomes a celebration. And I think that's really huge too. So, one of the things that I know that you address is organizing. So do you help your clients organize physically, get themselves organized physically, like their workspace, or do you focus more on getting your schedule and your goals and that kind of thing?
That is a wonderful question. Thank you for asking that question. Because
I think they kind of go hand in hand sometimes.
Yes. And I am the one who teaches and preaches that these things go hand in hand. If you have your mind organized, if you have your plan, if you know what you're doing, it will manifest itself in your house being organized. Because at some point, you're going to be like, I don't want to waste time on this. I need this to be straightened up.
Yeah.
And you will take the steps necessary to have that closet organized.
I love that. I love that. And there is a sense of kind of calmness when you have your home organized. And I also, one of the things that I also tell my clients when they tell me like, oh, I get so distracted, I have to go do the dishes. If you take care of all that stuff outside of hours, you run out of excuses to not work your business when you start to feel stuck. So that's one of the things that I loved when I was reading, some of the tips that you share is they do go hand in hand. That physical organization and that having your space put together really does help you get into that mental space. And I think that's huge. So how do you avoid, feeling that distraction of I have to go organize this closet. I have to make sure the dishes are done before I can work my business. How do you have that kind of, when do you know it's time to do one or the other?
Well, because my kids are at home with me all the time and we homeschool, I kind of have to be very flexible, and I have to know my windows of time when I can get shit done.
Yeah.
But so what I do is I have a rotating schedule for things. Let's say like I'm short on time, right? And I know it takes me an hour and a half to deep clean my kitchen. I can do it now or I can do it after lunch. So I make a decision. I put it in my head and I say, I'm going to do this after lunch. I'm not going to let it bother me in any way. I'm going to focus on what I'm doing right now. I'm going to keep my feet down. I'm going to stay grounded, and I'm going to work on what I'm working on. Because, an hour later, nothing's going to change in that kitchen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What's going to happen? What GTV is going to come over with their cameras and, no, is Martha Stewart going to knock on my door and say, hey, how's your kitchen? No.
Hey, if she does, I'd invite her on in. I'd hey, Martha, have a stab at it. I'm going to go over here and work.
There is no reason to stress out about these little things because they are getting done. They will get done.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Let go of the stress. You don't have to get it all done every single day. Yes. Yeah. I love that. I love that. So what are some of the ways that you work with your clients? Do you do one-on-one coaching, or how does that work?
I do one-on-one coaching, and at the moment I'm working on a class that I'm going to be offering like next week.
Awesome. Wow. Go ahead and tell the audience about that if you want to.
Okay, so the class is going to be a 6 weeks live workshop. And we are going to work on things like how to set your priorities straight, how to keep your calm mindset, how to, make sure that your housework is done, you have meals on the table, your business is going and growing, you have wonderful growing relationships with your children, you're nurturing your relationships with your husband or partner or fiance, whomever, because again, we forget about these people so often.
Yeah.
And so often I hear people, my clients telling me, hey, I would love to spend more time with my husband. Like, there is a reason why I married him. There is a reason why we share the household. There is a reason why we have kids together.
Yeah.
It all needs to be addressed. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. I have a webinar that I'm going to be running next Wednesday.
Oh, great.
May I share the link to the sign up if people would like it?
Yep,
so it's, I don't know if you would see that. Is it flipped?
No, it actually, let me see if I can.
Does it show the right way? But anyway.
Registration. Okay, let's see.
Yes, Ninja registration. Why Ninja is because I call it Productivity Ninja class.
Oh, I love
Or Ninja Productivity class.
I love that. So do you, when your clients come to you, I think I got it. I'm going to post it right here in the show notes. And for
Thank
anybody,
you.
so anybody who's watching on the replay, the show notes will actually be below the video. And
Awesome.
if you're watching us live, they are this way to the video. I always forget which way everything is. If we do have a few more minutes. If you have any question about organizing your life, organizing your business, getting your brain organized, please feel free to put it in the chat. You can type in /Q, and that will show up on the question box over here. Luba, this is so awesome, because I really do think a lot of this is mental. Like, we have to get in the right mindset. And a lot of people look at it as, oh my gosh, I'm so unorganized. I'm never going to be that lady that has it all together. And the secret is, even those of us that look like we have it all together have plenty of days that we don't have anything together. Yeah.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite productivity tips? Like, not tips, I'm sorry, tools. Like what do you use to stay productive? Do you have project management? Do you use a calendar? Give us some of your secrets.
Okay, so I do rely on Google Calendar a lot.
Me too.
It's like my to-go thing, but this Go thing, for some reason, has refused to notify me of several meetings recently. And so that kind of pushed me over to one more productivity tip. Like, if you're using your scheduler online or something like that, keep an eye on your calendar manually. Like, check in every couple of hours. Just, it's going to take you 3 seconds. Just check in and make sure you're not missing it out, because it's embarrassing, to say the least. And,
I've been there too. I'll get a text message from somebody. We had a call 10 minutes ago, and I'll be like, oh, we do, because it's not popping up. I'm not getting anywhere here.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. See, so I mean, even those of us who look like we have it all together miss appointments too.
Yes.
So share with us some of your favorite productivity tips. How do you keep sane? I mean, you're a homeschooling mama, which I commend you for that. Like, I think women who are brave enough to homeschool, like, more power to you, lady, because there's no way that I could do it. I look forward to the time that they are gone and at school, because that's my massive productivity time. So tell us, how do you get it all done?
2 words: multitask.
Yeah.
And procrastinate.
Yeah. Let's talk about the word procrastinate. Talk to me a little bit about that.
So procrastination can be different. You can use procrastination to avoid doing things. Like, you just literally do not want to do them. Or you can use procrastination to let your mind get used to the idea of doing something and let your mind work on the background. Like, when you have to write something, or you're working on your project and there is a wall, you sit there and you're blank. Yeah. This is when I say, go and start procrastinating with style.
Oh, I love that.
Do something different. You still have a lot of things on your list that can be done that do not require you sitting here staring at your screen, right? And you'll be surprised. I do this all the time. I walk away, I come back an hour later, a day later. Sometimes I have to come back like a week later, because it's like there is a block. Something's not letting me through. And I would be done with this task in like 40 minutes. Yeah. I have a tendency to do the same thing. I even tell people I'm a master procrastinator, because I know where I can get into my zone. I recognize that I do work well under pressure. So perfect example was, I had a training call with a team of women in direct sales last night. And I had been sitting here thinking for probably well over a week how I'm going to, create the outline for the training call. I'm going to write the whole script. And I put it off. Well, and then I got sick for 4 days, and I kept beating myself up over the fact, if I had written this before, it wouldn't matter that I'm sick now. But I knew that the day of the training, I knew I was going to be able to get in the zone. I knew I was going to be able to address exactly what they needed. And boom, I wrote the training, like you said, in a matter of 45 minutes. I had it done, ready to go. We hit live on the training call, and it, knocked it out of the park. Had I tried to force myself to write it a week ago, like you said, I would have just stared at the screen, probably for a good 30 minutes. Yeah. And sometimes I find doing sort of
mindless tasks actually helps me get in the zone to start thinking about the details of that project. So that's when I say, okay, you know what? I'm not getting anywhere on this. Now it's time for me to go fold laundry. And while I'm folding laundry, some magical thing starts happening in my brain.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. And the words just start flowing in my head halfway. And I've done it halfway through a load of laundry. I'll be like, I got to go write this down. And my kids,
I know. I'll be scrambling. I'm like, where's my journal?
Where's my phone? I got to email myself. My fiance will come in. He'll be like, weren't you just in the middle of folding laundry? I'm like, but I got to write this down. It just hit me. So I love that procrastinating with style. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah. So how can somebody, because I schedule everything. I schedule throwing in a load of laundry in the morning. I schedule time to clean up the kitchen. I schedule everything. And it used to be a running joke when I was a kid. If we weren't on the list, my mom didn't get it done. And one time she actually forgot to pick up Desiree from school on the list. And half an hour after school, I'm sitting there waiting for my mom to come get me. She goes,
oh no.
She goes, I'm so sorry you weren't on the list. So it's been a running joke. And now that I am a mompreneur, just like my mom was, I'm finding if it's not on the list, if it's not on the calendar, it's not getting done. Yeah. So one of the biggest blocks that I hear, even my clients say, oh no, that's okay. Even my clients say is, I can't stick to a schedule, or I don't know what to put on the calendar. So what are some tips that you would give somebody who comes to you and is like, well, I'm really great at putting on the calendar and then I ignore it? What would you say to them?
I would ask them to probably look back at their why. Why are you doing this? Yeah. Why is this on your calendar? Why did it really make its way on your calendar?
Yeah.
Is it really important? If it's not important, then why would you put it on your calendar in the first place?
Oh, I love that.
But if it is important, there is no way you're going to forget. You're going to put it away. It's just one of those things, like you have to go and you have to, I don't know, pay the registration for your car.
Yeah.
You're not going to forget that.
Right.
Or else.
Yeah.
So there is also another question. What's going to happen if you're not going to do this?
I love that. Yeah.
So how bad is it going to be, or how good is it going to be?
Yeah. So ask yourself why. Why is this even on my list to begin with? And then ask yourself, what's going to happen if I don't do this? Or what's going to happen
if I do this, and then endorphins come in, your brain gets all hooked up on this, you're getting high, and your brain's like, I like this, let's do something else.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that. Get your place into the why. Like, you know what, if I finish this training that I've been putting off for 6 weeks now, what would happen if I get it done? Oh my gosh, I could sell it. I might make money. I'm going to help people. And then suddenly you're in a happy place and you're like, I got to get this done because I want to feel that way. I love that. Yes. I love that. That's so awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We have just one more minute, so I just want to start wrapping up. I told you it's a quick 30 minutes and it goes by. And if my little
I'm like, oh,
I know, right? We'll have to do it again. I'm sure you have so much more that you can share with us with your experience of homeschooling and being a professional organizer. I think putting all of that together is kind of like a magic puzzle piece that all of us busy mompreneurs we're looking for. We're looking for as many tips and tricks that we can do to get more shit done in our day. So this has been awesome. Tell everybody where they can find you online.
WonderClosetWarrior.com.
Love it. Love it.
Just like that.
Awesome. And I did share your website in the notes over there, and I'll share it again for the replay.
Awesome.
Like I said, I would love to have you back. Everybody, thank you so much. This has been the Get Shit Done Show with Desiree Wolfe. That's me. You can find me over at DesireeWolfe.com. That's Wolf with an E, DesireeWolfe.com. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Luba, so much for spending your morning with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. I look forward to having you back. Everybody who joined us, thank you so much. If you're watching on the replay, please feel free to comment below what your biggest aha moment was from this show. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time as we talk about getting more shit done. Bye, everybody.
Woohoo! Bye.